Smart contractors hire specialized team. Rank high on Google, hook better leads. Hookagency.com.
Yo, it's your boy, Tim Brown. And I'm excited to kind of talk about the progress that we made on this SEO, this DIY SEO journey, and really give a little bit of an update. It's been a good chunk of time now. We're probably about 1 year into this experiment. And so I wanted to see where we're at and whether it's good or bad and what's been going on with our SEO experiment. If you don't know and you're watching this live for the first time, we've been doing DIY SEO essentially from scratch. And this is our 14th video. They're all about 30, 40 minutes. So it's basically about like 8 hours worth of SEO. And you can go back and watch those in the playlist on our channel called DIY SEO for Home Services. And we're showing everything that we're doing. Now, does it matter, really, if we're showing you everything we're doing and it doesn't work? So that's why I wanted to kind of like show you where we're at. And then also we might kind of double down on a little bit of activity right now. I think at this point in a, SEO campaign, you want to kind of create a resurgence of effort. And so that's what I intend to do this next few months and show you guys exactly what I would do if this was my site. I did have recently, I got a message. So hey, how did this turn out? Well, I got a message. Might even like show my whole screen here so you can see I'm not just joking. Showing my messages. Let's see if this goes weird. I'm going to show my whole screen for a second. All right. And the person said, hey, could you change the phone number on that? Where is this? And I was like, did we get a lead? He said, hey, can you change this phone number? He said, yes, man, my phone has been ringing off the hook. LOL. I've gotten like 5 calls and redirected them to my brother. So I was thinking if we could just change it to his number. So I just wanted to like show you guys that because essentially that's the point of all this stuff. Is the point of SEO is to get phones ringing. So the partner that I have on this, I made this as a DIY thing. It's mostly hypothetical, but we do know somebody that can get this work done so that we're not just like driving leads if we start to drive more leads to something that doesn't exist. So anyways, that's that little bit of yes, my phone is ringing off the hook that you guys saw in the thumbnail. And it is pretty cool that we like 0 to leads. And that was actually about 8 months in. So 0 to like somebody saying their phone is ringing off the hook 8 months in. Now, am I really like super stoked about where we're at on this? Not from like I don't know, if I look at the metrics side of it, besides the phone calls, some of this other stuff on SEO, I'm not like super proud of it. Let me pull up what we've got though. Share screen. So we just started to like get like more uptick in keywords and stuff like that. We got 10 going. Tree service Eau Claire, which is I'm guessing where we got some leads in through so far, and Eau Claire tree service are both on the first page. So that's where I think we're getting some leads in so far. And there was like a need for tree service in that area that went up. So even though these don't have a ton of volume, clearly they drove some leads, which is cool. So you can check your progress by using a tool like Ahrefs, ahrefs.com, or SEMrush, semrush.com. And yeah, you just go to the dashboard or Site Explorer and you type in the website. So in our case, johnnystreeservice.com. And the things we're looking for are an uptick in keywords and then traffic. You can kind of see here, we're just starting to kind of create some momentum. And I want to say like, for the wins of having, him saying that there's like 5 calls in a week, I want to share a little bit of my disappointment in this too. I don't like this graph. I don't feel like it's that crazy impactful. Like, I don't think it's huge yet. And I kind of want to say why I think that might be the case and kind of give like what I would do differently too. Like, if this is a real money site and I was making money on it, I think I've spent max like $1,500 on backlinks and stuff like that so far through the course of this series. I would probably spend more. Or I think that there's definitely like things that, because this is a hypothetical thing and it's not like a real true money maker for me, it's hard to spend money. It's hard to sit here, spend more than $1,500 just for this experiment. But yeah, just wanted to share both the wins and the losses of this project so far. What I'm proud of, what I think could be better, and then like take some action here with you guys. So there you go. There you have it. I'm proud of those 5 calls that we got, but I'm also disappointed in the fact that it's a hypothetical project and there's not like a big graph, going upwards. Those are the things that I'm thinking about. So I wanted to take some action on this today, just knowing that, at this point in any project, you're going to want to basically continue doubling down. So I found a very good kind of like backlink service that is, I'm gonna stop sharing for a second while I sign in. But I found a really cool backlink service that gets a bunch of backlinks kind of quickly, that I think you guys should check out if you're early. So in this case, I'm really doing this series for somebody that's super early and on their own SEO. And if they're doing this DIY, I would do this, which is called Web Operators. And I tried a few of their services just to see if they're good, because I didn't want to recommend them if they weren't. But the one that I found that I thought was pretty good is, it's called Foundational Backlinks. So I'll pull that up here. Present, share screen, and I'll show you what the result was too. So if you go to weboperators.com and found this, it's the first 100 links. So they're basically positioning it as you could do this if you're super early and you're trying to do links. And I did the Foundational Links Advanced package, and it has 150 manually built foundation links. It does stuff like comment links and, like places where you can post publicly on the internet, but it does 150 of them and it does them kind of quick. So we'll kind of look at what it built out as well. And I'm pulling that up. Second. How are you guys doing today though? Does anyone, I would love it if you'd comment below if you've been following along on any of these DIY ones and you're getting some value out of it. I think it's an odd experience trying to give away, what you do for a living and kind of share everything. But see, these are the types of links that's building. So they're not like, I'd be very scared to do this through on a money site. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend this if you're like super far in on your SEO, but if you're super early and you don't have a lot to lose, I found this to help. So this is Web Operators, their Foundational Links package. It's really for new websites. I don't know if I'd do a lot of this towards, so you can see all these, they're like forums and profiles. And on sites, like, let's just look at one of these. So like there's a service called Pexels. You can make a profile on there. It made a profile page. So that's what it did to create that link. Let's show like maybe another one here. So Issue is another service online, and it made a profile picture or a profile thing there. And it created some kind of post. Interesting. So, like you can look at it if you're like super advanced at SEO, this looks like a very basic link. However, if you're super early, it's a very cheap service, $250 for 150 links. Very solid, actually. Yeah. So that was my experience with this particular service. Once again, I'll kind of show you what it was so that you can find it. Weboperators.com. You have to make an account. And then there's different types of links along here, foundational, and I did the foundational links advanced. So as I check in, and I'm kind of going to do a little bit more checking in now that there's actually something to check in on, I'm going to be sharing with you one or two kind of aggressive little moves that I'm going to try to be doing, to increase our results. Like I said, there's things I'm proud of, and there's things I think I would do differently based on now we have results. Now we're a year into this project. Yeah, there was a time where there's 5 calls in a row, but like ultimately, like creating any volume of calls is going to take effort, like a lot of effort. So, and right now, as far as this being a project and experiment, I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to be able to do all the things that I would do if this is a money-making thing. But here, let me show you one more thing so you can see the links kind of in action that it's finding. You can see it's like Oregon.edu that there's a link. It's kind of interesting. The ones that it built. It's kind of fun to do these experiments. Some of the other links that we built there. And some of this is risky, so I'm like I said, this is me making recommendations. If you were super early and you were trying to do this yourself, I would be scrappy. I would be trying things. I would be pushing. Now, just to be clear, like I didn't do this when I was super early in my SEO journey, but I would highly recommend, if you're being a little risky with link building, that you use the brand name. So if you're going to be building links, use the brand name, use the URL to link back to your website from other websites. Don't sit there trying to link with your main money keyword like Eau Claire Tree Service or Eau Claire HVAC or Eau Claire Roofing or whatever. I would be really tight with make sure that it's like basically because it looks more natural if you're linking with the brand name or the URL. And then secondarily, you could do things like click here, learn more, and things like that. All right, so that's what I got for you guys today. Like I said, I'm kind of back on this. In the next few months, I'm going to be kind of showing what I would do. Those, a year into SEO, if I was doing DIY SEO, I'd probably be starting once you kind of get the baseline down and you let it sit for a year, then you can push harder. Then you can push harder. It doesn't make sense to push hard right away. And a lot of times with SEO, like you have to get links out there and you have to get content out there and you kind of have to let it sit because time is part of SEO. But at this point, it's been a year. The domain has been out there. Now we're going to push a little harder and do a little bit more aggressive stuff and different things and see how this goes. I think this total project will probably end up being about 2 years, and we'll see what we can do in that. The fact that we're ranking for the main keyword, Eau Claire Tree Service and Tree Service Eau Claire in the first year is positive. The fact that my friend said, change the number, I'm getting too many leads or whatever, is a positive. And it is crazy once you realize that you can do things online to get more leads from your website. I'm uploading all of this to YouTube. Jasu Shavaria, thank you for commenting. Comment below if you guys want to chat for a second. But yes, all of this goes up on our YouTube at look at Hook Agency's YouTube, DIY Home Service SEO. And I'm giving everything away that we've got. Appreciate your guys' interest. And I'm learning stuff too. So this next few months too, I'm excited to chat with you guys about kind of the way we do local rank tracking at Hook Agency. And like a lot of it is like, you think about like, not everyone's searching Eau Claire Tree Service. A lot of people are searching tree service near me, right? And it's hard to understand how many people are doing that unless you have a local rank tracker. So I'm going to kind of show you what we do for local rank tracking. And a lot of the leads are probably coming in through stuff like that, where it's like, it's a little less it's not a national keyword, so to speak. So I'll show you guys that stuff. And maybe what I would do to kind of create content at scale a little bit more here and still keep quality. All right, guys, appreciate you. And keep joining on the lives, comment, and we'll interact and ask questions. I'm happy to answer them. All right, see you guys. Bye.
Smart contractors hire specialized team. Rank high on Google, hook better leads. Hookagency.com